There are several historical stories about who discovered America. And in recent times, a lot of people have made jokes about it and actually outright reject what has been taught in school for so many years, which was that Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas. Although there are other stories of different other countries that may have discovered the continent, but even Columbus himself in his own writings made mention of meeting natives in the land of the Americas. What I believe should have been the terminology for discovering America, it should have been written Reawareness of America, because it's possible that several countries have been to that region prior to Columbus. So looking at the land of the Americas from South America to North America, we will see that there are several cities which are now uninhabited since the reawareness of the region, and it appears that there was civilization in this is present or living in those without evidence of recent inhabitants. So most of the evidence you see are probably archaeological artifacts or evidence of past previous centuries that humans are. This is a case of a continent with a lost civilization. Egypt is one of the first superpowers in the world. If you look at several historical books, and as is the case with most superpowers, they always have a large mass of knowledge, and they usually share technologies with their subordinate countries, which is what also Egypt did as well in their time. So here are 9 countries where ancient pyramids were sighted. 1. We have Egypt, which is one of the major world powers in ancient times. We have Mexico with several pyramids. We have Cambodia with their visible pyramids. We have China. There is also Iraq. Sudan also has some pyramids. We have Indonesia. We have Guatemala. And of course, Italy. So basically there are 2 types of pyramids, as you can see there. There is one type which is completely sloped and the other type which is sloped and stepped. So you have vertical segments as well as the slope, which makes it more stable and easier to construct compared to the outright slope type. So it seems like Egypt actually developed this technology of the pyramids and exported to other countries. Why I say so is that in Egypt you have evidence of multiple sites where poorly constructed pyramids projects were ongoing, some of which were abandoned, some of which look like it was a learning process in construction of pyramids. So it's like the development of the pyramid architecture was being done on these sites until it became an advanced kind of technology. Also, Egypt has the most number of pyramids in all the sites where pyramids are located in the world. That's in terms of the ancient times. Another reason we'll say that Egypt bettered the pyramids is that in Egypt you have the 2 types of pyramid, while most other countries have only 1 type.
Pyramid. It was the world's first monumental structure built in stone. Over the next century, Egypt's kings developed the concept, building monumental tombs all along the Nile's west bank, including the first geometrically true pyramid, the Red Pyramid, and a misshapen experiment, the Bent Pyramid.
So it's plausible to state here that Egypt were involved in some way in the construction of the pyramids in other parts of the world. Why I say this is because most of the other countries of the world, you have this stepped/sloped kind of pyramid, and you only find perfect pyramids in different locations. You don't see sites where you have abandoned projects or like they were learning the technology of pyramids. You see perfect pyramids in different locations. So in most cases, you need to learn a kind of technology before you perfect it, or you need to learn a kind of architecture before you perfect it, which has been evidenced in Egypt. But other parts of the world do not have evidence of learning the technology. You just have an advanced level of architecture sited in a particular location. So that's 9 countries where pyramids were built in ancient times. Until next time, create for better living.